All right, Coach, congratulations on the win. You want to start us off and then we'll take questions?
First of all, I wish I was sitting like Annabelle on my couch having a good time. Looks like she's doing a great job. What a great road win for our team. And, when you look at, our previous 3 ACC games, we've been right there to win those games. We just haven't been able to close out games. But I thought this was our best defensive effort. Our guys did a tremendous job. You could tell our guys were sick of losing games at the end, and we found a way to win. We took a punch and then we punched back. And I'm proud of those guys in the locker room. They've caught a lot of flack over the last couple of weeks. Obviously, I don't think that they deserved it because we play hard and we've been in every game. And just to get the final result, I thought it was a great thing for our young guys.
Jonas.
Coach, Darion said the team kind of took on a word the last couple of days. It was relentless. Can you talk about how it looked like they took that to heart those final few minutes of this game?
Yeah, I read something from Pat Murphy, and I don't know where it came from, but talking about teams taking on a word. The moral of it is everybody talks about winning a championship. Everybody talks about winning the ACC championship, a national championship. But there's not one common word that, each team has. And so after film last night, I told our guys, here's what I want you to do. I want you to come up with a word that you're going to go by for the rest of the year. And when things are good, I want you to say that word to yourself. And when things are bad, I want you to say that word to yourself. And those guys, to their credit, they came up with relentless. And honestly, tonight I thought they were relentless. I thought we finished the game. We refused to lose the game, and that was important.
Just curious now, will you guys adopt a new word for each game, or you gonna stick with relentless?
When we're winning, Jonas, you know me, we'll stick with the same thing that we're doing. But relentless is our word right now.
James.
Kevin, congrats on the win. I know you guys haven't frequently doubled the post this year. That was something you did a lot tonight. How do you feel like you guys did doing that?
I think it's a work in progress, James, but I thought for our first time out, we did a decent job. I think it took them out a little bit of the rhythm. As you guys know, we don't have Manny Bates. And so we had to figure out a way to stop people from really just hurting us inside. And so we kind of mixed it up late in the game. We changed it a little bit on them. But I thought for the first time out, we did a decent job. We got to get better at it if we continue. I thought we gave up a couple, easy threes early. But what happened is once we started, doubling the post, I don't think their post guys were as aggressive as they've been, in the previous games that we watched on tape.
And just to follow up, last 5 minutes, I think you got 2 big baskets from EB and Ernest. I know you talked in the teleconference yesterday about not getting production from them. How big was that for you?
I thought it was huge, and we told them about it. Those guys, I talked with EB, and at the time it was EB and Jalen who played 40 minutes against Florida State, and it was zeros all the way across. And I told them, I'm not asking you to score, but I need you to play hard and make hustle plays. And those 2 guys made 2 winning plays down the stretch to help us win that game.
Jonas.
During that 18-2 run, you got all your points from Darion, Jericho, and Terquavion, who you said before your most consistent guys. How big was it to get those 3 guys on the same page for that stretch finally?
I thought those guys, Jonas, was really good. All 3 of them made great plays. But I don't want to leave out a guy like Cam Hayes, who I thought made a big jump shot. I thought Terquavion and Cam both made a great defensive play when they were getting posted up and they got the hand on the basketball. But those 3 guys have carried us the entire year. And so all 3 of those guys stepped up in critical moments of the game and made huge plays for us. And we needed it. We were able to loosen them up a little bit and get DB into the paint. I thought he finished around the rim. And then even the couple mistakes where they called charges on him, I think he made the right play because he gave us great looks in the corner.
Does anyone have anything else for Coach Keeps? All right, Coach, thank you.
Good night, guys. Have a good night.
You too.
Oh.
All right. Questions, raise your hands. Jonas.
Hey, Ernest, I just wanted to ask, you haven't been getting like the minutes you probably wanted. You didn't play the Florida State game, but how does it feel to come and contribute with the dunk and the offensive rebound and put back in the first ACC win for the Wolfpack?
I feel excited. Every day I just keep working, following coach's instructions, just listening, taking in all of the things that I need to do to get on the court and help my team win.
Doing those stretches, how do you keep yourself mentally ready? I know it's probably hard for some guys to watch, but you came in with a lot of energy. How do you keep yourself mentally locked in and ready for these moments?
With that, I just stay focused. I just listen to my teammates and just do what I usually do. I just come in with the energy, run the floor, get rebounds. I'm just that type of guy to do what I have to do.
Alec.
Yeah, Darion's been a guy that's scored a ton of points for you guys this year, but it seems like he kind of has that ability to just kind of, take over when you guys need it. He had a lot of the points down the stretch there. I think other than your putback, he had all the points in the last couple of minutes. Just how big is that for the rest of the team when he's able to kind of take the ball in his hands and be the guy that takes control of a game?
Darion, he's a very good player. That's what he do. I just have his back for whenever he miss, I clean it up. And we just do what we do.
Jonas.
Yeah, we've talked to your fellow freshman, Quavion Smith, about his confidence all year. It's something he definitely doesn't lack. How much is his confidence, the confidence that he has as a freshman, spread to the rest of you guys on the team?
To Quavion, he's a great player. Confidence through the roof. We all learning at the same time. He's a great player. And I expect that from him. That's what he work on in practice, and that's what he do.
James.
Yeah, Ernest, on that dunk in the first half, when you caught the ball right there at the 3-point line, was that your goal right there? Did you know you were going to go up with that one?
Yes, sir. I had it in my mind. I was like, yeah, when he throw it to him, I'm gonna throw it down. So I was excited that I got the opportunity to do that.
And just kind of a similar play there, last couple of minutes, you get the offensive rebound. You could have taken it back out, but you put it back up. Is that just instinct again taking over?
Yes, sir. That's when I seen it coming off the rim, I was like, I got to score this. So that's what I did. I put it in the basket.
Thank you.
Does anyone have anything else for Ernest? All right, thank you very much.
Thank y'all. Y'all have a good night.
Questions for Darion? There we go. Alec, you want to start us off?
Yeah, Darion, you guys have had obviously a lot of close games here recently that you haven't been able to close out. Just how good does it feel to go on the road and be able to close this one out down the stretch?
It feels good to get our first win, especially on the road. And then it also just feels good because it's showing that like our hard work is paying off, and we're improving and just learning how to close out games.
James.
Yeah, Darion, what was the key to tonight's win for you? What was the number one goal on your game plan tonight coming in?
I didn't really have like one set goal. The only goal that I had was to do what I had to do to get the win. So whether that was me rebounding, defending, getting my teammates involved, or me just scoring, just whatever I had to do to win.
And what about as a team playing Virginia Tech? What was something y'all wanted to really focus on?
Carroll. However, Mark Williams, who coming into the season received a lot of praise simply because of the way he finished last year off on a tear for the Blue Devils. He's done the job defensively, leading the ACC game. However, rebounding the basketball has been a challenge for the Blue Devils, specifically for Mark Williams. Coach K wants to see more from Mark Williams in that aspect to help this team get better. Last time, Williams
Greg.
rebounds. When you talk about Georgia Tech,
And I thought that was neat. Those pop-up ads get you every time.
He knew where to go to get help. Good job, Craig. You want to ask the question again?
Yeah, Darion, you got me? We can't hear you. I can't
You're
hear him.
muted,
man.
hon.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, yeah, I was sorry about that. I was just asking, as a team playing Virginia Tech, what was the number one goal maybe on the game plan for you guys tonight against that team specifically?
We just had to do our work on the defensive end and not let them get like easy drives or not get driving kits for open threes.
Thank you.
Jonas.
Darion, you guys have been in this situation so many times, especially in ACC play. Forget X's and O's for a second. How much of those last few minutes was just like, we're not gonna let this happen again. We're determined to do whatever it takes to close out this game this time.
Yeah, we came up with a word yesterday, which was relentless. And we just, every time it got close, we just kept saying that word, and we just knew that like we wasn't just about to give this game away. We had to close this game out.
And just a quick question, follow up. What are some things you guys learned from those games where you didn't close it out that kind of came into play tonight and you got over the hump and got it done?
Since we're in conference, like every game is gonna come down to possession games. So we just knew that we couldn't like have slip ups on the little things like missing blockouts or turning the ball over and stuff like that.
Do we have any other questions?
I do got a quick follow up then. Speaking of
ahead.
missing blockouts, you had a big offensive rebound and a putback. Was something in the back of your mind? Like, I got to make sure I get a body on this guy, and it turned out to be one of the bigger plays down the stretch.
Yeah, I definitely had to make sure I like boxed them out because that's been like a lot of our emphasis like throughout the whole conference play, which is hitting guys and getting rebounds.
James.
Yeah, Darion, you got a couple baskets late from Evie and Ernest. How big is that for you guys to get that contribution from them down the stretch?
That's big, just seeing their confidence with them even being able to take those shots and make them that late in the game, even though that they're not like used to having the ball in their hands like that late.
Anyone else have anything? All right, Darion, thank you. Congratulations.
Thank you. Have a nice night.
You too.
All right, Terquavion Smith's coming, and then I'll have Ernest Ross after that.
Yeah,
I'm dead, bro. Oh man, they put the state logos in the back. Okay.
You got to be still though. It kind of messes that logo up. There you go. Who's got questions? Raise your hand. Alec.
Yeah, Terquavion, I asked Darion the same thing, but just how good does it feel to, close this one out down the stretch, be able to get that first ACC win?
Oh, it feels good. When you've been fighting for it for a long time now, a couple of weeks, grinding in and out in practice and in games, it feels great to know that we did it. We could have been done this. And yeah, it's a good feeling.
James.
Terquavion, you hit some shots early on. When you're able to do that, does it take your confidence up to another level?
I would say my confidence is at the same level every time. Like nothing changes my confidence. It's always gonna be through the roof.
Jonas.
Quavion, you guys have been in this situation so many times before where it's tight down the stretch, but it hasn't gone your way. What was the biggest difference this time? What were the guys talking about in the huddle? Like, what worked for you guys to get over the hump against Virginia Tech?
We were just telling each other we gotta play hard. Like when it comes to the crunch time, like the last 4 minutes, you gotta play hard and you gotta finish possessions. I mean by that, like boxing out and getting rebounds.
Does anyone else have anything? All right, thanks, Terquavion.